Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Seduce Me the Otome. Just jump into it. Okay. I placed the food in the dining room. I am just gonna skip all this. Oh, we're gonna go find one of the incubi, and of course that's gonna be Eric. I quickly rushed back and grabbed a second food dish before hunting down one of the boys. I returned to the backyard, hoping to find an incubus still there. Luckily, my gut feeling was right. Eric was beside the gazebo, looking at a small flower that was growing on the railing of it. As I approached, Eric turned his head and smiled his usual smile. Okay.
Hello, princess.
Shut the fuck up! I hate you! Jeez, I'm assuming that it. Hey, Eric, I got some lunch for you.
Really? You did not have to do that, princess.
Please stop calling me that. I hate it. No, it's fine. Here. Eric smiled and took his food, eating a little bit before looking to the flower again. Out of curiosity, I looked as well. It was a simple white daisy in full bloom. Eric shook his head and chuckled softly as I joined him in flower gazing.
Sorry, I was simply reminded of home.
You live in a flower? Huh? Oh no, you're fine. Funny. What about home were you reminded of? Eric looked to the sky with a soft sigh and smiled before... smile before looking to the flower again. It sounded weird. I'm sorry.
The castle, mainly. Despite us not being there anymore, it was still our home.
Yes.
We grew up there our entire lives as brothers. There wasn't a day that went by when we weren't all doing something exciting. It was an empty excitement, of course, but it was still something that bonded us all together.
Are you sure about that? Eric slightly trailed off, looking lost in the nostalgia of his thoughts. I didn't know if I wanted to bother him while he remembered something so obviously important to him. Don't worry about it. Please tell me more. Please tell me more. I'm supposed to ask that. Eric turned again to me with a slightly surprised look.
You wish to know more?
No. Why not? I'm really curious about the place you lived in. Eric nodded before looking to the flower again. After a second, he gained a look of realization before looking to me again.
Would you like me to show you something instead?
I don't know how to answer that! I don't know what you're implying there. Eric. You know, it's funny. My mom's boyfriend is named Eric. That might be why I'm still a little creeped out. But I think it's Eric with a C, so this is Eric with a K. I tilted my head in confusion, but nodded nonetheless. What I was expecting could not have prepared me for what I saw. Oh God, no. Eric gently brushed his fingers against the petals of the daisy, making it gently quake at his touch. As the daisy abnormally shivered, its petals shifted from white to purple. The yellow center gently faded to a pink hue as the stem began to burn black. I could only stare as Eric plucked the flower from its place and presented it to me.
Watch closely.
Okay. I kept my eyes to the flower as Eric began to mutter something. It sounded close to Latin, but I wasn't sure. Regardless, the flower began to glow in Eric's hand. Small crystal-like spores floated up from the pink center and began to form a circle in the air. As the circle closed, the center filled with smoke, forming a screen of some sort. It was misty, so I couldn't see anything. What is this?
Just watch.
Okay. I raised an eyebrow, but I followed his instruction. Eventually the mist faded away, revealing a large throne room. It was all of stone and tile, with the throne itself covered in red fabric and gold metal. Despite it being... I just imagined like a fucking chair with a bunch of like fabric on top of it and like a bunch of golden shit on it. like like gold and silverware, just all everything. And that, despite it being a mirror image in a magic mirror, I felt small looking at the side of the throne room. Oh, wow, that looks amazing.
That's our castle. It's a wonderful place. Servants and parties galore.
Actually, no, that's just one room of your castle. Why don't you show me the exterior? Then we'll be talking. Then we'll be talking. Does your father sit on the throne when he's at the parties?
Very much so. He despises dancing and socializing, so he makes the throne his home.
It's like there's a little toilet in there, too. I'm not leaving this chair! Ugh. Do you think he's still there now? I must have struck a small chord with Eric, because he hesitated before responding. Eric smiled only slightly.
We don't know. When we left, we didn't look back. However, we are sure he's still there, since no one followed us out of the abyssal plains.
Abyssal plains. Everyone says it different, and I'm just like, okay. I bit my lip. Maybe I shouldn't have asked. I felt really bad. However, I didn't feel it for long. The magic suddenly stopped and faded away while Eric dropped the daisy. As the daisy turned back to its white and yellow color, Eric dropped to a knee, groaning in pain. Does he have to take a shit or something? Do you have to take a shat? Eric, are you alright? Do you have to take a shat?
Yes, princess. I'm fine. I just used too much energy, that's all.
You sound really fucking constipated. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Also, you're being really fucking dramatic. And stop calling me princess! Well, actually, it's better than calling me miss or something like that. I don't know. Actually, no. I prefer being called miss. Ugh. I don't know. I'm uncomfortable when people, like, guys are, when it's a rare chance when a guy is flirting with me and they're like, oh, you're my princess. Oh, you're my queen. You're my goddess. And I'm just like, please don't call me that. I am no better than anyone else. I'm not trying to humble brag or anything. I really don't like it when someone, like, does that to me. Because it's like, I know I'm not better than anyone. There's people that are out there that are better than me in several ways, and there are people that out there that are worse than me in some ways. I'm just an average human. Everyone's just an average human. I don't know. I just hate it, because it's like, I feel like I'm being lied to, you know? Because I know. I'm no better than anyone else. No one is better than anyone else. I don't know. I just hate it. I dropped to a knee to try and examine Eric closer. His face was pale while his purplish eyes shifted back and forth between purple and gold. His breath was heavy, which concerned me. He used too much energy? That meant he needed more. Oh, really? Oh, really? You're fucking smart, aren't you?
Please don't worry, princess. I'm fine. Don't worry your beautiful head about it.
My beautiful head about it. Which head? Hey! I'm an immature fuckhole. I'm an immature fuckhole. Not a fucking asshole, just an immature fuckhole. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Kiss him. Wait. Kiss him. Wait, kiss him. We're gonna kiss him, obviously, duh. Oh, wait, as much as I don't want to, we're gonna have to. I felt responsible. I had to help. How noble of you! The sheer nobility coming from you. It's really stupid. I quickly grabbed Eric's face and tilted his head to an angle with mine. Shifting myself closer, I brought my lips to his and kissed him deeply. I didn't know if this would help, but it was how he got energy before. I shut my eyes, waiting for the draining feeling to reappear in my body. However, Eric grabbed my shoulders and forced me back. I opened my eyes and stared into his frightened golden eyes in surprise. At the same time, I noticed a pink hue run across Eric's face. He's like, what the fuck? I'm gay! admit he is very flamboyant, okay? And the way he talks.
Princess? What are you doing?
Please don't call me that. Oh my god. Just let it happen, Eric. Just let it happen. I don't know why, but I felt both irritated and accomplished at the question and the look he was giving me. Where was his flirting? Where was his cocky smirk? From what I remembered, he took advantage of me when we met, yet now he was somehow acting inferior to me. Why did you put two eyes in acting inferior to me? I feel like saying acting. I feel like me saying it like that makes me feel like that one guy from that one video with the Gumai, Jawai, Bawai, Ratai, right? You know, his brine. I wonder where his brine. Evil. Scooping out his E. That one, you know what I'm talking about. I grabbed his hands and removed them from my shoulders, tangling my fingers with his. Oh, please stop. Now I'm uncomfortable from me! I'm trying to help and give you some of my energy. You use your energy to show me that sight, so I want to repay you back for that. Unless you don't want me to help.
Well, I've already taken your energy once before. I just...
What? You scared? You scared? That was before. I want to give you energy now. Just let me. Just let it happen. All of a sudden, I felt that familiar feeling of warmth run through my body once again. I felt my body slightly heat up as Eric quickly released my hands and wrapped them around my waist, dropping to both knees in front of me. He stared at me with desire in his gaze as he pulled my body to his. Eric leaned his forehead to mine, letting the tips of our noses gently caress each other as he spoke.
You spoil me.
Boy! 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 I need to calm my shit down, motherfucker. I need to calm my shit. How am I still alive at this point? Every time I see this shit, I die inside. I swear to God. How is it that I'm still alive? Who the fuck is watching these videos and keeps giving me, like, revive spells? Like, what the fuck? Who does this? Why am I still here? Just to suffer? Probably. I do this to myself, motherfucker. Who am I even calling a motherfucker? Am I calling myself a motherfucker? Am I calling the audience a motherfucker? I don't want to call the audience a motherfucker. I'm sorry. Before I knew it, I was on top of Eric. What? No, you're not. You're not. Unless the world's upside down. Of Eric as he laid on the grass below. Yeah, no. Unless we're Eric now, and Eric's me. Yes. What? We changed bodies! I stared wide-eyed as he pulled me into a hot and passionate kiss with a gentle hand on the back of my head. Eric's other hand rested on the small of my back while I rested my hands on his chest. I moved myself to straddle his hips to be comfortable in the kiss. The energy from my body was slowly draining, making me feel light and warm. Why am I singing? Well, I mean, I'm speaking, I guess. It was almost pitiful how comfortable and how willing I was in this situation. Still, I held no regrets. I was enjoying every bit of this kiss. While Eric held me, he gently rolled us both over so he was on top of me. Okay, now we're good. kissing me hotly and holding me tightly. I was tempted to wrap my legs around him, but I remained focused on the kiss. It was better that I was on the bottom anyway, with my energy slowly fading from my body. However, the draining feeling suddenly stopped as Eric pulled away and looked down at me. I stared up at him as we both panted for air. I had never kissed like that before, and I was so lost in the moment that I'd forgotten how to breathe! Well, fuck! Eric, however, didn't move from me, but moved a strand of hair from my face, eyes still full of desire.
I'm completely full, and yet I still desire you.
Did you have to say it like that? 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 No. You did not have to say it like that. You did not have to say it like that. And now I'm dead. I'm dead. You killed me. I can only handle so much of this game before I start dying. I could say the same for almost every game, but fuck! This game especially makes me want to die. It's just so... And not die in a good way, I mean die in a bad way. I could feel the hold of his mind-altering spell fade away, but I still felt hot. Something told me that I wanted more, but at the same time, I wasn't sure if I truly did want to give any more. We're gonna keep going because fuck our lives. We're gonna keep going. I opened the opportunity and I was enjoying it as much as he was. I wanted more and I was going to let him keep going. I wanted to keep going. I reached up, pulled him down, and kissed him, giving him silent approval to keep going. God, how many times did they use keep going in that one, paragraph? I could feel him pull on the tail of my bow, releasing it and following his hand from around my neck. He moved the ribbon to the ground beside me before gently unbuttoning the top buttons of my blouse, stopping at the buttons above my stomach. The desire in my body drove me insane, forcing a moan to escape my lips as he ran kisses from my lips to my exposed neck. As he began to ravish my neck and shoulder in hot kisses, I leaned my head back against the grass and let a pleasurable sigh escape my lips. Eric was ruthless in his passionate kisses on my skin. Am I doing a good job doing this, God? I feel so dramatic. Eric didn't stop touching and kissing me, making more moans and gasps rush out of my mouth into the open air. He was full, but he was as hot as I was. I couldn't even comprehend how much time we spent making out. I was so lost in the pleasure that I didn't care. Call it sinful, but I didn't care. I loved it. His touch, his kiss, his heat. I desired it beyond anything at that moment, even as he lowered his kisses down my chest to just above my bra. My heart was beating wildly into my chest. Something about Eric intrigued me immensely, but something made my heart quicken for him. It couldn't have been love. It was too passionate to be lust. What was it? However, I began to feel dizzy, seeing the sky start to spin almost wildly. I gripped onto Eric's shoulders, trying to signal him to stop, but my mind faded to black before I could let out another sound. It felt good. I didn't care that I was blacked out. I felt warm and fuzzy in the darkness. I knew I never knew indulging in that kind of passion would be that good. I now just waited to awaken, hopefully in a good way. My eyes eventually fluttered open and adjusting to the sight around me. I felt familiar silks underneath me, letting me know that I was in my bed. I slowly sat up, stretching from the tiredness that still lingered. I felt a very soft pain on my neck and shoulders, and I could feel my swollen lips pulse gently and healing. What the fuck did he do to her lips? How does a kiss just automatically hurt your lips? Jeez. However, when I looked down at my body, I saw that my shirt had been pulled back up and rebuttoned as if nothing happened between me and Eric. I was just missing my ribbon. Before I turned to get out of bed, though, I spotted my ribbon on the pillow beside the one I slept on. It was tied in a nice bow around the daisy Eric had picked with a small note attached to it. I gently slipped the note from the tie and opened it to read it.
You've spoiled me, my princess. I am eternally grateful that you let me indulge like that. Have a good rest.
No! No! I'm not sleeping tonight now that you said that, Eric. I'm not sleeping tonight at all. I'm just gonna stay up all night and play The Sims 4 or do something else. I don't know. Maybe record a video for tomorrow. I'm not sure. I stared the note, letting a small smile grace my lips. Spoiled him. I enjoyed it despite the first time's circumstance. It was cute, though, to imagine him thanking me for something we both did and enjoyed. I brought the daisy to my nose and gently inhaled its soft fragrance, letting the memories of our meeting flood my mind. I indulged myself too, Eric. I looked at the time out of curiosity. The large white numbers on my phone showed 5:31 p.m. Yikes, 4 hours of being knocked out, and I still feel tired. It was Sunday, so I was allowed to sleep longer if I wanted to. The remainder of the night passed by, surprisingly uneventful. The boys continued to train with each other, but were kind enough to stop and make me dinner. I was glad for that. Yeah, we can skip all this. Before I could reach to the handle of the door, however, someone took my hand. Huh? I turned to see Eric, who was holding my hand back with a concerned frown on his face.
My name.
My name's Jeff. Yeah, that's so funny. Your name?
My true name isn't Eric, miss. I want you to know my real name if something were to happen.
Hey, he listened to me before. I told him to stop calling me princess, and he did. He called me miss there. Yay. His true name? What did he mean? Why was he telling me this now? I remembered reading about a demon's name from the journal I read yesterday. If you knew a demon's true name, you could summon them to you, no matter where you were or where they were. Eric gently pulled me to him and leaned close to whisper in my ear.
My name is Uzeris.
Uzeris! Uzeris! I don't know. Okay. As he said his name, I could feel it lock into my memory. Something in my head would make sure I would never forget it. Eric pulled away and smiled at me, despite still carrying worry in his eyes.
If you're in any danger, call my name. I promise that I'll come and help you.
Well, thank you. Thank you, kind of like my gentleman guy who is weird. I stared up at Eric, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. Eric smiled before kissing my hand and heading into the dining room. Something told me that name would be used eventually. And right on cue, Naomi drove up to the gates with Suzu waving me down, and I rushed out the door. We headed to school talking about the homework week and coming day. Okay. We're gonna skip all this. And we're going to, I don't know. I guess glare into her soul. I stared hard at lasagna, feeling wisps of air and oh yeah, we know. Okay. Oh, right. I should have saved before this, because I want to save it for the next episode. I feel like an asshole now. Well, good thing we stopped right when we did, though, before, could get another image for the thumbnail. But, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just gonna save it. Right here. Yes. Okay, back. Okay, so good thing that we stopped right here. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Seduce Me the Otome, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!